Well, thank you very much. You have a good day.
You're welcome. Thanks. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
You did.
So Dan, what did you do today?
Today, I talked about, I did a, what do you call it? A show and tell on
A demonstration.
a demonstration on pickles and pickling, and was helped by Michelle and Chris. Paul dropped by, who happens to have farmed his whole life and be mentioned in the book that we wrote about pickles. And he showed up with a dynamite he's into hot peppers. And he's now distilled pure dynamite into a small bottle. And we got to taste it and share that with him. And we had a nice turnout. Folks knew more about pickles than I did, for the most part. I mean, at least half of them did. I tried not to call on them. They knew plenty. And it was just a lot of fun, talking about and giving tastes of all these great things. Check it out. I mean, these baby turnips from Skinny Dip Farm. I got them last weekend here at the last farmer's market. I then pickled them in Southeast Asian spices, so people got a chance to see what they could do with those wonderful Japanese named baby turnips. And what else did we do? We did soy pressed mangoes in the Japanese style. Half sour dill cukes. Rhubarb, it's rhubarb season, so we pickled some rhubarb. And I caught some bluefish yesterday, smoked it this morning, and served it today on crackers with bread and butter pickled onions and dill sour cream.
So it's still Dan the Pickle Man after all these years.
I know no other life.
Alpaca's considered like wool, but it's kind of different than wool. The big advantage of alpaca over sheep wool is that alpaca is a semi-hollow fiber, whereas sheep wool is solid. And so alpaca has little air pockets in each one of these hairs. What that does is it makes the alpaca much lighter than wool, and it also makes it much warmer than wool. So when you wear alpaca, that air heats up really quickly, so it's a really good insulator, and it's very, very light. So a lot of people who work outside or spend a lot of time outdoors hunting or doing outdoor sports like alpaca because it's very light and it's very warm. Because alpaca is so special, there'll be 3 grades of fiber on this animal. The softest grade is on what we call the blanket. It's where a blanket would go on a horse. And so you'll find the softest grade here. You'll find the second softest grade on the neck and on the upper leg. And you'll find the lowest grade around. These animals get really warm. He's the last one on our farm to be sheared. We just held him over for this demonstration. The way that we shear an alpaca, which is different than a way that sheep are sheared or a llama is sheared, is we stake the animal out on the ground. What we're going to do is we're going to use these ropes and we're going to tie his feet and we'll lay him on this mat, and then we'll go through and we'll shear this animal as quick as we can, making sure that we sort the certain grades, and we'll be keeping the grades separate, and then we'll get him up. Shearing doesn't hurt an animal, he actually enjoys it. Sometimes, because these are herd animals, he might cry a little bit. He might be a little bit annoyed that we're holding him and staking him out, but we're absolutely not hurting him at all. So his tail and his neck are really, really strong, taut, and it's really hard to hurt them if we're holding them, by the tail and the neck.
Just like you.
So that's the easiest way to grab a hold of them. What Sean's doing right now is keeping his neck immobilized, and then we're just, so we're going to use this pulley system, and we'll tighten up the ropes, and we're just going to lay him down on this mat.
You guys good?
Yep. So what I'm going to do is, what's on his belly is really kind of a third grade fiber. It has a little bit, it's a little bit coarser. So I'll take the belly off first, and then we'll take the whole blanket off, because that's the most valuable part of the skin. So you can see that just with one cut, there's a whole lot of fiber on him. This guy likes to roll, so you can also see a lot of dirt there as well. So what we'll do is we'll just take off this belly fiber. And so that's the belly, and now we'll just go after taking the blanket off. So there he goes, there's the blanket. And you can see he's a lot thinner than he was when we started.
Does he feel stressed when you're doing that?
Thank you. You like that as a pillow? That's a nice
Oh,
Yeah, he says, I'm out of here.
sometimes when they're laying down, their feet get a little, they have pins and needles, fall asleep. And so, no. And so
Tony, how would you like to be undressed in front of a crowd of people?
I don't think he's gonna lay down.
Thank you very much.
Okay, buddy.
Yay! Yeah. You look much younger now.
Well, thanks a lot for
Oh, thank
watching
you.
the competition, the sharing.